Welcome back to another episode of Dumb Stuff with Matt. So I know we talked about doing the fuel stuff tomorrow, but I just found out that my radiator gets delivered tomorrow. I'd really like to be able to throw that in there, but we are missing the steering bits. So, in a rush, I went ahead and started disassembling, and I didn't think much to show you guys what it looks like. You got your inner tie rod, your outer tie rod in, of course. You can see how it goes on. It's a ball. Goes into that, screw goes in. A little spring piece. There's your mounts. There's a little lock nut that tightens it all back down whenever you're ready to throw it back together. I'm going to wire wheel this thing, throw a coat of paint on it, center it up, throw some boots on it, and hopefully tomorrow night we'll be putting this fella in. So we'll see you then. Welcome back. So it's the next day. We obviously have done a pretty decent job giving her a solid coat, keeping the things that need to stay unpainted. Up next, we got to reassemble this old girl, and hopefully it's easier going together than it was coming apart. This thing fought me on every single nut and bolt. So you got your inner tie rod end. I've already swapped it out. You got to take this little nut off first, then this cup comes out, then the whole ball assembly slides up through the top. It's already done. Let's go ahead and get this one on. Hopefully. I haven't test fit them yet. I could have quite possibly ordered the incorrect parts. I don't know. Okay, I like that. We're going to snug up the jam nut. Okay, looking good. Sorry I have a fly that will not stop bothering me. This one here is a little stiffer, and I really boogered up the cup, but it seems to be holding pressure, so we're going to leave it. Go that one on till it's snug. I'm telling you, this fly is asking for it today. Pull the jam nut in. Okay, we'll go through and tighten those up. We'll do that off camera because it requires a little more patience than I've got with this dang fly. Alright, so now we are back to square one. At least I've been here before. Up next, we've got... grab the right ones here. We got our boots. And we're not exactly dummy proof, so we're going to do our best here. I need a better working surface, fellas. This is getting a little silly. Now I also know better than to reassemble without the grease. So we got some grease. We're basically gonna run down through here a little bit, make it as good as possible. As you can see there, I did the red stuff. Not sure what the difference is, but that's what it's getting. Yep. Perfect. Now I gotta get the grease off me. Got the poo on me. Okay. Now, in typical Matt Wagner fashion, I have lost the correct size clamps. But it's okay. I got a few. Let's see. Those are all too big. Let's go to the small box. I see a couple winners here, I believe. Let's see. How about that little fella? That looks beautiful. Okay, you go over there. You go over there. Well, come on. What do I got to do to get the... There we go. Okay, doopy-doopy-doo. There's one. Okay, what other size do we got on this guy? Gonna need one a little bigger. That's okay. We got bigger. Now, normally, I like my bolts or my things to match. But this is cheaper than normal. so we're just gonna rock with it. Maybe. I was gonna show you guys me digging through all these, but there's way too many of them. Oh yeah, that's gonna do just fine, Garfield. All right, so we are properly greased. We have hose clamps. Let's get this bad feller on here. Oh, it might be too tight. Hang tight. Let me back her up a little bit. Put her in reverse, Terry. Well, you ever just have one of those days, fellas, where nothing seems to be going right? That has been today for me. Oof, that might not be big enough. We're gonna try it anyway. Because you know why? Fuck them, that's why. Oh, you know what we could do? Little unfair-zied action. Yep, that'll do. In we go. Well, don't you want to go to your home? Got to get the boot in the spot, man. Well, if it's not one thing, it's another today. We're going to need a flashlight, I guess. Let's see what's in that hole. Well, not what's supposed to be there, I'll tell you that much. What if we compress first and then shoot for pokage? Ha! That is the ticket. Well, am I going to have to get out some sort of stretching doohickey? You are not going on easy there, fella. Oh, boo. I am making a hell of a mess here. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have greased it. This is gross. Now, I tried to watch a couple videos on this, but nobody really shares the secrets. At least like the normal automotive world where, you know, you guys that drive me out know what I'm talking about. Everybody's got a secret handshake and way to get things done. Well, that one's in there. Let's go ahead and screw this side down so I don't make the mistake of pulling it out, because that will happen. And we'll argue with that one some more after I'm not breathing so damn heavy. You guys can't see what I'm doing. Okay, you can't see it. I get so caught up in what I'm doing, I forget you guys are there sometimes, even with me talking to myself. Snug on up now. Don't take them. Don't take them. Okay, so we got one of the 4 clamps on. This is going to be a long process, I think. Good thing I got garage gears. Okay. Back to figuring how this thing goes up. What if I did this? Okay. Oh. That didn't work as I planned. may only be one way to do this. That means taking the gloves off. I don't really want to do that. Keep trying at it. Anybody knows a secret to this, I'd love to hear it. Just don't see any way you're going to get some tools on there. Is there a way to just spin it? Does spin and do the trick? Nope. Okay. Okay. Let me grab a few special tools here, see if we can't convince this it's time to go on. Wow. What good is that going to do me? Now, the temperature here has not been bad lately. But even with the old garage air conditioner, it has been a steamy one out here. Oh, you son of a bitch, you were close. No, I'm going to go back to my previous complaint of I need a better work environment. Sorry guys, I'm probably blocking the view here. I thought that was going to be it, guys. Alright, let me put you on hold for a minute. Let me fight with this by myself. Hang tight. Well, we're going to crack that up to me being an idiot. I actually had the steering rack all the way to this side, so I was pulling on the boot at the same time I was trying to push on the boot. Well, it worked out about as good as you would expect. So, we got that on. Let's see if this pipe is going to be big enough. Sure looks like it is. I feel it tightening up already. We're good there. Okay, obviously guys, this is a home restoration. If you're a shop and doing this for a living, you probably shouldn't be taking advice from a fellow like myself. I'll take some pretty ridiculous chances to save a couple bucks. So this one is now on. Let's go ahead and get our nut and outer tie rod end on. I'm hoping to be able to bolt this in the car tonight. And then I'm going to, once it's drivable, take it to the alignment shop and get squared away. Which it should be hopefully kind of close. I'm not really measuring it because I don't have all the right tools, but I did count the number of these that I took off from the original setup, but those probably weren't correct because, you know, new parts versus probably 40 or 50-year-old parts. So, this side, which I guess is going to be the driver's side, right? Yeah. This side is now pretty much ready to go in. I don't want to brag, but I actually did some pretty decent masking tape job here. Look at that knob sticking out there. We didn't even touch it. That's good. All right, I'm going to put you guys on hold, take a quick break. Well, I finally figured it out. And here was the situation. The boot was a little too stiff to get up over the second nut that was right about here. So what I did is I took this inside, I put it in the microwave for about 30 seconds, and then sprayed it down with some lubrication, and she slid on there like a, well, we don't want to use those words, but you know what I'm saying. It went right on, no problems, no issues, concerns. So, back in. Gonna put our clamps on. Gonna do some touch-up work on the grease all over the place. And there we go. Tighten her on in. Okay. I'll be honest with you, fellas, that first boot went on super simple compared to the second one. That second one kind of kicked my ass a little bit. Okay, so obviously you put the boot all the way in. We need to spin that a little bit. Be very cautious doing this because you can gnarl these threads and you're in a big problem. So this will never go back on. Ask me how I know that. Okay, lightly spin, lightly spin, lightly spin, lightly spin again. Just go ahead and max her out so I got the boot at full stretch. Oh, a little crunchy in there. Maybe we should have taken that apart. Okay, I'm happy with that. So now the other boot and our screwdriver. Tighten, maybe, if I get my hands to work correctly. Tell you what, as you get older, fellas, the hands don't work like they used to. These kind of really fight me in the mornings. And when I'm working on something like this, I can't grasp like I used to be able to. All right, let's get our outer and our nut on. No good jokes for that one, I suppose. I could have came up with one, but I got a little frustrated with this. Now, like I mentioned before, I don't think the alignment is going to be too far off. I did kind of count, but lifetime warranty. But you never know, so I don't try to plan for it either. Because it may be really out, given the car's been hit. It probably was never driven a whole lot anyway. I don't know if you guys saw the video from when I found the frame damage. But instead of fixing it, I just cut it off. Because, you know, that's the right thing to do. So, here we go. Try not to go all the way in. Perfect. Gonna snug her down. And here is where things are gonna get interesting. Now you stay. Let me go grab our other parts. We need these. We need these. Oof, those are kind of sticky. Kind of sticky. That's good. We like sticky. Okay, so up next, we have our mounts. You can see they just split and walk around the hole. Whoa, lifetime warranty again. Just like that. Now, of course, I don't know where exactly they're supposed to be yet because I'm not putting them in the car, but, you know, it gives us an idea. We'll do the other side. Bloop. So there's that. Let's go ahead and leave my janky sawhorses out of the way there. Okay, one goes like this. I think. I hope. I think that's how it went. Okay. The other one does similar to the other side. No, I'm wrong. I'm just going to mount like this. So this needs to spin like that. Press up against that, and I believe that's not going to work either. Okay, well, let's just put them like this. And when we get it to where we think we need to be, we'll move them around. So, now that I'm done cussing at this thing for a few minutes, I'm going to put you on hold for a quick break, then we'll get this fixed up. All right, you can see I got it in. Plenty of yelling and screaming. Man, what a tough job. I was going to try to get you guys in here to see, but there's just not enough room. All I have left to do is tighten the nut for the steering shaft right down here. And this thing is good as gold. I have indeed already turned the steering wheel to make sure it works. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Look at that. Look at that. Good old manual steering. No lines. No nothing. So, that's what we set out to do last night. I am now ready, almost ready, for the radiator to go in, which should be here, I thought today, but looks like it's going to be tomorrow. So, that'll be the start of the next video. In the meantime, again guys, thanks for stopping in. We will see you on the next one. Don't forget to do the subscribe-y dealy at the bottom. Have a good night.